Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a rare, exquisite, and full set 1980s IWC Ingenieur Perpetual Calendar. You're looking at the IWC 9240-01. It was actually launched with the legendary Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar system slightly before the better known and more widely recognized 1985 Da Vinci Perpetual Calendar chronograph. This narrowly beat it to market in 1985, so it was the first IWC model to include the Klaus Perpetual Calendar. It also includes the Jumbo Ingenieur design created by Gerald Genta for IWC in 1976. So it is a best of both combination. A model that was probably only made for about 3 years, 85, 86, and 87. It is a beautiful example with a German language calendar and an original tritium dial all in yellow gold. In terms of how it wears, compact and classically vintage. So 36.5 millimeters in diameter as I measure it. Turning it over, it's 10.1 millimeters thick, and from lug to lug, really end link to end link, total distance across the wrist is 44.3 millimeters. Throwing the watch on my wrist, it wears beautifully. I've often said yellow gold is a very powerful thing. And a bit like playing with fire, you can quickly get in over your head. And I've always said yellow gold works best on smaller sizes and vintage watches. And here you have both. And it's beautiful. It doesn't feel ostentatious, bombastic, overblown. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing you wear as a flex, because most people won't know what it is other than that it is gold. And the kind of person who recognizes this for what it is going to be like your brother in arms or forearms. He's going to be another watch enthusiast who really knows his stuff, a person you want to know. It'll fit easily under a cuff, and because it is so short across the wrist, this is one for people who prefer smaller sizes, have smaller wrists, or even our ladies, who are more common in the hobby now, who want a men's style watch but in a smaller size. Vintage is the way to go in that regard, easily fitting under a sleeve. It's not necessarily a rough and tumble Ingenieur. It's in the style of the Genta Ingenieur, but it's not highly anti-magnetic, and even with the screw-down crown, it's 30 meters water resistant. So you're going to want to treat this like a dress watch. Because it is in great condition and a vintage piece, you're probably going to do that anyway. Integration of the bracelet is beautiful. You can see we have very short links, taper, integration with the lug set and finish down the center, polish down the edges and the shoulders, very small removable links fixed by screws, and quite a few of them, so you are going to find the right size here. Now, taking a quick look at the clasp, you can see then as now, it was recognized that white gold is stronger than yellow gold. So if you've got a gold watch that needs a sensitive mechanical part, something designed to bear load or flex or articulate, oftentimes, especially if it was a clasp internal, that would be done in white gold. So what we have here is traditional non-rhodium plated white gold, which has a very warm tone to it, but is strong enough to perform the functions of the stamped folding portion of the clasp. Now what I really love, in addition to the pre-1995 gold hallmarks all over this watch, is that we've got the old International Watch Company logo inside the clasp, and it has a clamshell style lock with the IWC abbreviation. Now on the dial, once again, IWC, but also International Watch Co. Schaffhausen. A wonderful white lacquer dial with the Genta style, flat plane bezel. We have a crown with the vintage IWC fish symbol on it. And the reason this is a screw-down crown is not for the sake of water resistance. See the case back here, also with those older marks. But the reason this is a screw-down crown is because the IWC version, not the JLC version, but the IWC version of the Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar is adjusted through the crown, and it's geared really high. So by accident, if it were extended, you might actually start setting the calendar. This is mechanically programmed, and the genius of the Kurt Klaus system is that everything is programmed and synced up, so you always have a correct date, month, moon phase, year, and decade displayed. So if the watch stops for, let's say, 4 days, now notice the moon phase up at the top. You see how even it is adjusting as I make these corrections with the quick set? You don't have to look up the moon phase. As long as you've got the other indications correct for the day you're in and the year you're in, the moon phase will automatically conform. Now it also has a hacking function if you pull the crown out all the way, because this is a 28922 base movement with the Kurt-Klaus module on the top. And I did say that this is a full set watch, and I mean it, right down to the century slide. So you can see there are two little discs for the year and the decade, but then beyond that you have the century. And the century slide comes in a little glass tube sealed with wax, and it gives you supplementary centuries so that your IWC watchmaker can swap in those future centuries manually. That part is not driven by the calendar. It is manually selected by the watchmaker, but you have to have the parts for it, and this watch comes with the parts, along with everything else necessary for this timepiece: boxes, papers, documentation, history, even spare bracelet components. Now, taking a look at the dial, it's got a beautiful cruciform symmetry. You can split it bilaterally, and it mirrors itself from side to side, with the exception of the year. It's mirrored bilaterally, and then you can split it top to bottom, and it's mirrored. Now, it's a German language calendar, but don't worry, it's easy to understand, and you'll catch on quickly. We have a hand polished and heat-cured white lacquer dial with applique yellow gold indices and genuine factory tritium, T-signed dial, T-hands matching T-dial, and those hands are beautiful, needle-like baton hands. Inside, we have, it's probably the original version of this movement in here. It's called the 3757, but through its lifetime, this also included 37580 and 37582, but I think this is the original 3757. It's based on the ETA 28922, which was the predecessor of the 2892A2 back in the 80s. Manual wind, you could do that. Automatic winding, it could do that too. It is a bidirectional winder, so it winds in both directions. It has a 42-hour power reserve, a 4 Hz beat rate. It has the quick set system for the Kurt-Klaus Perpetual Calendar, hacking seconds, 5-position adjustment performed in-house at IWC. That is the standard for high horology and chronometer watches. And it is a 36 joule movement if you include the base movement plus the perpetual calendar. I should also mention that you can't see it easily, that the moon face here is actually a piece of fired enamel. It is aventurine glass, which gives it a lovely upscale sheen, along with all of these other refinements. Plus, each of the sub-registers is slightly countersunk in the dial, and then has a polished chapter ring. So this watch is simply exploding with refinement, a full set, incredible condition, and undeniable historical significance. This is a perpetual calendar, no adjustments necessary until the year 2100. The moon phase, 122 years. So in the year 2100, it'll have to go back to the factory. But until then, you don't need to worry about leap years. You don't need to worry about irregular length months. This thing beating away at 4 Hertz will never skip a beat. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.